Hello everyone, Silent here, and welcome back to another episode of Bugrock of the Week. Today we're going to be taking a look at a whole bunch of small and annoying Nether update bugs on the Bedrock Edition of Minecraft. The Nether update for Bedrock Edition doesn't actually have that many super massive bad bugs. However, it does have its fair share of small and annoying bugs that might be getting in your way, ruining your day ever so slightly, or just kind of like making you notice them when you shouldn't be noticing them because they shouldn't exist. Anyway, let's hop into it. There is a lot of things to cover. Before we really get into it, I want to show you just a small and kind of cute one. The baby pigs that naturally spawn throughout the world will never naturally despawn. So if you've been seeing a whole bunch of baby pigs and wondering why, it's because these things spawn naturally with some adults and they just literally never despawn. So we got baby pigs literally all over this world, and I have not been playing in this world for that long, especially for this many baby pigs to like be around. So if you think your world is being invaded, nah, it's just cute. Just adore them. Give them some carrots. They really deserve it. So unfortunately, this little adorable bug has actually already been fixed in the 1.16.2 betas, so it won't be around for that long, so enjoy it while you can. And on the note of it being fixed, if you would like to help get the other bugs in today's videos fixed as well, then make sure to visit the description. Bug report links for everything that we talk about today will be linked down in the description. Upvoting the bug reports if you have been affected by them, or putting additional information on the bug reports is the best way in the world to help get things fixed on the Bedrock Edition, so again, links are down below. For those of you who play in creative, you might have noticed this one, armor stands are no longer pick blockable. So if you don't have one in your inventory, or if you don't have one selected and you try and pick block an armor stand, you simply won't get one. It's not pick blockable. Other entities in the world are still pick blockable, so if we pick block the zombie, we'll get a spawn egg for a zombie. The chicken, we'll get a chicken spawn egg. The skeleton, we got a skeleton spawn egg. And typically, you would just get an armor stand in your inventory, but you can't do that anymore because of reasons. And it's kind of mildly annoying. Okay, so this is very strange. I was about to show you a bug where the Elytra would not render correctly in an item frame, and I kind of found a different but similar version of that same bug. So as you can see, that is a broken Elytra texture on the ground right there. However, when we actually pick up the Elytra, that's like a brand new Elytra. Now, I was doing this task far away in the overworld, and that's just a random Elytra I saw laying on the ground in the nether, so that's mildly strange. Probably just dropped this here like months ago. My theory is that this actually has to do with which cape that you're wearing. I just switched over to this skin, which has the Minecon cape on it, and I was just wearing this skin that has the Pancake cape. So I'm not sure if that has anything to do with it, but that has created some Elytra funkiness in previous updates because of the texture of the Elytra when you wear it, of which there is none when you have the Pancake on. So it's a very strange one, kind of annoying, and just like an oddball bug. Elytras are so weird. Why do capes have to be so complicated? It's just like a little piece of pixels that you put on your back, and they're delicious. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's up with this bug. It seems to be a little bit odd to reproduce, but here's like an actually broken Elytra, and here's a proper new Elytra, and both of these have... Oh wait, no, look at this. So when I'm holding the broken Elytra, it has the new Elytra texture. When I'm holding the new Elytra, that has the new Elytra texture. And then I drop that on the ground, it has the broken Elytra texture. And then I drop the broken Elytra texture on the ground, that has the broken Elytra. And then when I put the broken one in the item frame, that's broken. When I put the new one in the item frame, it's broken. Elytras are weird, man. Just don't break your Elytras. Just don't do it. Put unbreaking and mending. Just treat your Elytras nicely. Why these gotta be so weird? And next up we have a pretty annoying little bug having to do with the Totem of Undying. This is nothing too terribly massive, however it is relevant because this was actually just adjusted in the Java edition of Minecraft. So basically if we go ahead and kill ourselves real quick from falling from the sky, and then we take a look at our potion effects from the totem, you'll notice that we have fire resistance level 2, which is a completely useless thing to have because fire resistance only does one thing. prevents you taking damage from a fire. Having a level 2 of that effect does absolutely nothing. So for example, if you just died in some lava, popped a totem, and then decided to drink some fire resistance potions, that potion would be completely wasted because it's only a level 1. As you can see, the level 2 effect overpowers that, so you're just completely wasting your potion. You get no additional fire resistance, meaning that if you step into lava now, you're gonna die again because you don't have the fire res. So a little bit of a bug. It definitely needs to be addressed, and that totem effect, it just needs to be reduced to a level 1 fire resistance for this bug to be patched. So unlike baby pigs, baby turtles will definitely despawn. This is our second tiny little oversight when it comes to despawning. So as you can see, we got a whole bunch of turtle eggs in front of us here, and our random tick speed is currently set on 3000. Ignore that command right there. So if we go far away, you'll see that all of those baby turtles right there will indeed despawn. That should be far enough away. And now when we go back, yeah, all those baby turtles are gone. Now, this is a very, very easy thing to actually get around. All you need to do is actually tempt the turtles. So as you can see, if we just hold this here and the baby turtles like try and walk towards us, that is actually us going to be tempting them with a piece of seagrass. As you can see, these guys over here are pathfinding towards us, and so are those ones over there. So if we go far away, those ones won't actually despawn, but the other ones that weren't tempted will despawn. If you don't feel like that's a consistent enough method, you can actually just feed them a piece of seagrass, and that will make sure that they don't despawn as well. So as you can see, this is a very easy thing to get around in your turtle farms or when you're hatching turtles, but be aware you do need to interact with these guys with a little bit of seagrass to ensure that they won't despawn. So a couple of episodes, I was talking about some small nether terrain generation bugs, and one that I forgot to mention is that Nylium from the Crimson and Warped Forest biomes actually generates on the bottom of all of the lava lakes. So if we go down, you can see that we actually have quite a bit of Nylium underneath the ground. Now, my commands are not actually working that well because fluid dynamics in Bedrock Edition are not actually that dynamic and don't really work that well, but that's kind of beside the point. Anyway, yeah, underneath every single bit of lava lakes in all of the Crimson and Warped Nylium biomes, you can see that there is Nylium absolutely everywhere. So this actually allows striders to spawn underneath the lava lakes, and that's not a very good thing. So kind of a 2-for-1 bugs for ya. All of this has Nylium underneath it, and that is not a good thing because that allows striders to spawn at the bottom of the lava lakes. And also, it's just another terrain generation bug. It should not exist. Moving over to truly Bedrock for just a moment, we can see another annoying bug having to do with the furnaces. This is a very small one. However, you may notice this. The little arrow for when you're actually smelting an item gets stuck kind of like halfway full whenever there's nothing more to smelt. So there's nothing more for this furnace to smelt, but the arrow's like 1/10 of the way full, and this can stop at any point during the little arrow animation. So it's a very strange one, and it just kind of stays like that forever. And there's nothing you can do about it. So it doesn't really happen all the time. As you can see, these two didn't have it happen, but it is something that happens occasionally, and you definitely notice it when it does happen. Another strange and annoying bug that you might notice is that rabbit movement is kind of broken. As you can see from all these rabbits, they don't really like move correctly. I guess if you've never really paid attention to rabbits, you might not notice, but they kind of don't hop or really move at all. Except when they're pushing each other into lava. Oh my god, these guys are evil. It's just gonna push the babies into lava. That was so cruel. I thought I was cruel, but no, these guys are just straight up evil. And kind of stupid. Okay. That's what I get for spawning rabbits in the nether. But yeah, they don't really move that well comparatively to what they used to be. So it's just kind of like strange little like half hops. The animation and the movement speed and the movement velocity is kind of all messed up. And just for comparison, this is what bunnies do on Java Edition in 1.16. As you can see, they actually like properly hop and they move forward and they can run and they can jump and they can have fun. And they're not completely cruel to one another because they they don't push each other into lava. But yeah, this is how the bunnies should actually move, just to give you an idea of the scope of this tiny, annoying bug. And you want to know what else is annoying? Not getting delivered videos because you're not subscribed to the channel. If you are enjoying this episode and you want to see a lot more of them in the future, potentially, then consider subscribing. You'll be helping out the channel, and you'll probably, maybe sometimes, get a notification, or maybe sometimes see more of these videos. YouTube is a weird thing. I don't really know how it works, but you can subscribe if you feel like it. And our next one is the fact that snowballs render right in front of the camera when you throw them. You might be like, yeah, that's just how snowballs work. That's how they've always worked. However, when you throw them, you see it's like a giant white flash on the screen. This was actually changed in Java Edition in 1.16, I believe. So now when you throw a snowball, it actually doesn't render for like the first quarter second. That way it renders a little bit further away. It's a nicer throwing experience because you don't get a giant white flash every single time that you throw a snowball. It's a very nice quality of life thing that simply did not make its way to Bedrock Edition, and now little parody changes like this are considered bugs instead of parody requests, so it's in a bug rock. Since we're on the topic of snowballs, another little bug I've been trying to cover for a long time is one where the shadow of the snowball actually renders on the snowball itself. So as you can see, when we throw this thing at the right angle, it actually has a shadow on it from itself. It doesn't render at every angle that you throw it at, so yeah, it's just like, it's got a shadow on it. I know, it's a small bug. It's been on my list for like months. Now it's in a video. There's a new game crash when it comes to crafting a custom of fireworks stars with a glowstone. Now, unfortunately, I can't really demonstrate the game crash as I'm pretty sure this only happens on consoles such as Xbox One and PlayStation 4, and possibly only in multiplayer worlds, telling from the bug report. Game crashes are kind of a weird one to reproduce sometimes. So basically, if you include a piece of glowstone into the crafting recipe for your fireworks star, then that would crash your game when you go to craft that into a fireworks. So if you were to do this recipe on an Xbox or a PlayStation, then that would crash your game. However, of course, I'm in single player on a PC, so it's not really going to crash in my game. Anyway, if you're playing on a console, avoid crafting fireworks stars that have a glowstone dust in them. And next up, we have a weird bug when it comes to leading animals. Leads are already a little bit strange, and we've already had some weird bugs with those in the past. However, nowadays, when the player is invisible and you're holding a lead attached to something, the lead will actually like float above your head. We need some more invisibility. Yeah, there you go. So the lead is just like a floating attached to our forehead because we're invisible. So it's just kind of a weird random one. I'm not sure what you would really be doing to find this bug or have this really affect you in any major way, but you know what? I personally find it annoying to have leads attached to my forehead. I don't know about you, but not really a fan of that. That sounds like a painful thing. Cows are not the easiest thing to pull with just your forehead. Oh god, you know what it is. They're attached to my ear. If I had a piglin skin, that would rip off my one and only ear. That would be extremely painful. And that is the 13 small but annoying Nether update bugs for you in today's video. If you have any additional bugs that you know of and you want to let us know about, please put them in the comment section down below. I'm definitely looking forward to making more episodes like this. And honestly, I just have a ton of Nether update bugs that are like really small and just strange. And I need to figure out videos for how to combine them and show you all of them. There's just literally so many of them. I've never had an update where there's just so many small bugs and I don't know how to cover them all. Anyway, thank you so much for watching today's episode of Bug Rock of the Week. I hope that you have thoroughly enjoyed it and possibly learned a thing or two new. If you did enjoy this video, of course, be sure to leave a like. It helps out the video and the channel a ton. If you are new here, then make sure to subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. And otherwise, I'll see you all down in the comment section and in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. And then there was silence.